Do the Eagles get back on track at the Vikings?
I want to say yes, and I want to believe that they will, but I just don't know with that offense right now if they can. And I've been concerned about this
offense.
Kill
offensive coordinator out. Go ahead.
For a couple weeks. What I say?
Kill him out again.
No, I called it in the Giants game. I said going into that game, they're going to lose some games because of that offense. I didn't know it would be that one, but you guys said, hey, they're going to find a way to get it done. You see what happens when you don't get in rhythm on offense, when you can't get the job done. They have struggled this year with their play calling. That's where my priority's been when I watch the Eagles right now, and what's concerned me the most is they're too vanilla. There's no explosive plays. They're too predictable. They don't have a plan when they get up to the line. They're getting to the line too late. You can tell that Patullo isn't getting the call out in time to where they know, okay, this is what we're doing this play. I talked about it earlier when we were talking about Zach Taylor. You got to have a plan for not only the play you're running, but 2 or 3 plays ahead and different circumstances off of that. They don't have that right now. And they're so predictable, and the explosive plays aren't there. And that can't be the case when you have Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and Jalen Hurts. I know we argue if he's top 5, how's he playing? We've seen him play at a top 5 level before. They just aren't getting that out of him. And I know it's possible because they returned 10 of 11 starters last year when they won the damn Super Bowl. But you know who they didn't return? Is Kellen Moore. And he's over in New Orleans right now. And you know what the one difference is, besides Mekhi Becton, is they have Kevin Patullo calling plays. And I don't feel comfortable right now with them turning that page and getting on track because we haven't seen him do it before. Yep. This is his first time ever as an offensive coordinator. If there was a track record of, okay, slow start under Patullo, he's done it here, he's done it there, he's got things going, we've seen some positives with him as a play caller, then I'd feel a little bit better, but we don't have any evidence of that. And now you have one of your best players on offense in Lane Johnson calling you out directly. He said after that game, he said, we are too predictable on offense right now. He's not talking about Hurts. He's not talking about Saquon. He's not talking about A.J. Brown or any of those guys. He's talking about the guy that's calling plays. So if that starts happening and you start losing your locker room and your top players are saying that, it is very difficult for those guys to go into a game and say, yeah, man, I feel confident this week with Kevin Patullo. I know we're going to go out there and dominate. And it's not going to get any easier this week either going up against Brian Flores and this Vikings defense.
So I was wrong. Carson Wentz is starting.
That's right.
Yeah, he's starting. And I'll get to Wentz in a second. Yeah, McCarthy, they said he's 6 weeks. They said until he practices every day, he's not going to be back. He was limited.
So I knew.
Until Wentz start just playing bad, he's going to be his ass on the bench.
Yeah, well, I think when McCarthy,
what they mean by that.
When McCarthy gets back, he's going no matter what. No matter how Wentz is playing. He's your starter. He's your guy. But the thing that, like I mentioned, with this defense with Brian Flores, it's similar to a Vance Joseph defense. It's similar to a Jesse Minter defense, Mike McDonald, those type of guys, is it is so tough for a quarterback to get in a rhythm and dissect what's happening and feel confident and comfortable in what that defense is going to do pre and post snap. Where they can gain an advantage this week, though, as good as that defense has been, they're still 25th or 24th right now in rushing defense. So could this be the week that they get Saquon going? Can they get the run game going? Can they build that confidence? When you're struggling as an offense, when you can't get things going through the air, when you're struggling on the ground, the best way to build confidence is to go run the football on the road. Because when you go on the road, I need you to pack a defense and pack your run game. Could they do it this week? Potentially. I don't know. And then going back to that point, I think that's another factor in this game is this is Carson Wentz's quote-unquote revenge game. And, you know, if you remember, he was drafted to the Eagles, number 2 overall in 2016.
And they traded up to get him.
They did, and they let him. I don't want to say led him to a Super Bowl because Nick Foles did it that year, but he played at an MVP level before he hurt his knee. So he has some good memories there. Then they end up drafting Jalen Hurts, 53rd overall in 2020, and it was see ya. This is the new shiny toy. You're out. Made the right decision. They've won a Super Bowl since then. He's been playing some good football. But I promise you, could have been 2. But I promise you, Wentz is going into this game, and you can't over-focus on that as a quarterback. You can't just think, all right, I've got to go win because this is my former team. But there's going to be a little added motivation right now. And they're 2-1 under Wentz. He hasn't been perfect. He hasn't been great. But I think they have a chance to win this game. I think the Vikings find a way to get it done at home. I have them winning. I'm going to go 27-21.
Really? Wow.
So you talk about them explosive plays, but like you don't see them, but I see them. They played the Broncos. I seen one get called back, Devontae. I seen Saquon go up top. I seen AJ slow down, and that's a touchdown if he don't slow down.
You're saying they're not hitting them, but they're there.
I'm just them explosive plays to me. So the offensive coordinator he don't have nothing to do if they hitting them or not. If he throwing it and they get called back, if he call this one and they get called back, we throw this one, that's a touchdown. That has shit to do with the OC. And against the last week, I seen Jalen overthrow Devontae. That was a fucking touchdown.
One play.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. So the OC has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think this week they hit some of them explosives. He's Jalen. he's not going to keep missing and missing and missing. At least I don't think he is. I think he hit some of those explosives. And I also see Jalen Carter, he back at practice. Quinyon Mitchell, he's back at practice.
Yeah.
They guard Big Lane or whatever, he's back at practice. You know what I'm saying? So you have your guys back in there. And with 10 days, I expect them to throw a new run play in. Like, that's what he's talking about. We too predictable. All we run is fucking inside zone and power. We got two run
first
plays.
and 10 and second.
Bro, we got two run plays that we run over and over and over.
On the same down and distance.
Same down and distance. So I expected them to throw a new wrinkle in there, a new run play, some off a jet, or bring AJ, let him get a jet or fake a jet, or do something. You got 10 days to find one new run play and change it up a little bit. So I think they have a new wrinkle in the run game. Like you said, the vets is asking for it. I don't think he's talking about the pass game because it's there. Shit, if they don't hit on the deep balls, that's not on the fucking OC. That's on the guys who on the field. You know what I'm saying? So I like them to get back on track because they got to. If you lose this one, then shit, I'm gonna be in here next week shitting on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? I've been backing them. A lot of people gonna start shitting on them. They lose this week. So I feel like usually, man, that the team who back against the wall, whose back is against the wall the most, they come out swinging, you know what I'm saying? So I expect this is a championship team. They got a lot of the same guys. They got some of their guys. You can't play without your lockdown corner and your best guy in the trenches. It's hard to play without them guys. You're not the same team. They had those guys back in there, man. I think they'll come out swinging. I think I'll give them a 27-20 win on the road.
Okay. After winning the Super Bowl, how they're playing right now, every single week, everything is being questioned. There's not been 1 week where it's like they played a great game. This was championship type of football.
Except for the second half against your Rams, right?
That was great.
I said a game skip. The full game. The whole game, not a couple plays, and we lose by a block.
Yeah.
Field goal. That still hurts because we should be undefeated right now. But it seems like we're always questioning everything. Every week there's a problem with this team. And for a team that won a Super Bowl, it should be like you should be scaling up. We shouldn't be questioning nothing.
Not really. It's fucking hard.
But it's bad. We don't know what the running game is gonna do. Like they need new plays, a new runner. At this point, you can throw anything at the running game and say we need something new here, right? You haven't dialed in your receivers, right? You got other people saying we're too predictable. It seems like there's just this big disconnect from a team who's supposed to be trying to repeat. And I've never seen it in sports where a repeating team looks so brand new to each other.
But honestly, in football, that team who win the chip, I mean, besides the Chiefs, they always fucking bad. I mean, the team who lose the chip is really bad. But it's fucking hard to win that chip and put that same performance on again. It's really hard because usually what happens is you win the chip, everybody want a bag, guys leave. You usually lose a lot of players, but
they didn't.
They didn't. That's why I still believe in the Eagles because they didn't lose a lot of players. Like you look at our Broncos team, shit, we won the chip. He gone. It's like shit. Peyton gone. It was a completely different team the next year, and
then what happened?
But
we fucking trash.
But isn't that concerning that they came back? So this like.
So that's really the only reason that I believe in them because I'm like shit. Usually, whoever win the chip, I'm like, oh, they gonna be trash. They'll be 500 the year after because that's just how I look at it. But I ride with the Eagles because they returned so many starters. I thought it'd look better. I still think I don't know if they'll win the Super Bowl, but I think it'll get cleaned up. But to your point, I don't know.
As an offense, like
you're on that same path as all the rest of the Super Bowl.
Like so,
except the Chiefs.
The offense is the same. The OC is different, right?
Yeah.
At what point do you shut up? We're gonna do what we do. Like when does that kick in for a veteran championship team where you're new here?
They're not just running completely different shit.
We're gonna do what we do.
So Sirianni or Patullo's been there for 5 years.
Right.
I think he was a pass game coordinator last year. But Sirianni's been there too. And they've had new coordinators come in and out. I mean, they had Steichen, they had Kellen, they've had multiple coordinators. It's just right now this one's not working. So I'm with you. And they just had a meeting apparently with Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni, the head coach, to where they said we came up with a lot of different ideas in the run game, in the pass game. We kind of revamped everything. We feel good going into this week. I have to see it first. I'm with you. I have to see it on the field first before I think, okay, cool.
When you win, you be good as long as they've been good, right? Like, we've been running the ball like this, like you said. Yeah. What you say on what downs? First and 10,
second and 10. They're running
so look, Cody even know the whole run game.
First and 10, second and 10 you
run. I don't know how long, but he know the whole run game. Mm-hmm. So it's been working for that long, right? If Cody know it, you don't think the Saints know it?
Yeah.
You don't think the Bucks know it?
Yeah.
You don't think the Cowboys know it? Everybody know how you like to play. So until y'all stop it, we gonna keep fucking playing this way. Okay, now this year y'all stopping it, right? Okay, now let's throw some wrinkles in there and switch it up. Why would we switch it up if it's working? We won the chip last year doing what Cody knows.
Well, no.
First and second down, 3 by 1, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know it.
But
everybody in the world know it.
But Kellen Moore wasn't doing that a year ago. Kellen Moore was more creative. Kevin Patullo has been, in my opinion, too predictable.
Too scary.
And he doesn't have the reason I say he doesn't have a plan, the Eagles are last right now in the NFL when it comes to getting to the line of scrimmage with time left in the play clock. Mm-hmm. That tells me that as a coordinator, you don't have when it's 1st and 10, and you get a loss, you have to be ready. If it's 1st and 10, they lose yards. I need to have my 2nd and 12 call ready. I need to have my 2nd and 4 to 6 call ready. I need to have my 2nd and 1 to 3 call ready. I need to have an explosive play ready. I need to have my 1st and 10 call if you get 10 or more ready. There's just so many things that go into being an offensive coordinator and calling that next play and being 4 or 5 steps ahead. Right now, for me, it just when you watch the all 22, when you watch the film where it actually shows you getting in and out of the huddle, all of those things on the TV copy, it just looks uncomfortable. It doesn't look like they trust each other. It doesn't look like they're in a rhythm, and Patullo is one step ahead of everybody, and I think that's why we're seeing so much frustrations with Lane Johnson and with guys on that roster that are like, hey, what the hell is going on? I know we have the pieces here to do it because you've seen it. Last year, why aren't we doing it this year? And
so they're running a completely different style of run game. No, they're not. They're doing the same shit they've been doing.
But it's the play calling and the timing of the call.
They're doing the same fucking shit that they've been doing.
That's the only
consistent.
The scheme hasn't changed, but
exactly, the scheme ain't no different.
No, but the way that you call it, because it's still Sirianni's offense. Like he's been the one.
As long as Sirianni is there, that's how they go and play football.
There's an art to play calling and catching defenses off guard and making sure you get advantageous plays.
And it's an art to defensive play calling too, like we had. And once the league it's a blueprint. Okay, this how you can stop this.
Yeah.
Everybody start doing it, and guess what we got to do? All right, now y'all got a little beat on what we doing. Now we got to change. Yep. Until y'all get a beat on it, we not changing. So, hey, you say it's the OC. I say the league just got to beat on what they doing. Hey,
okay.
Remember, the Eagles' offensive line is beat all to hell and has been, and it's not the same as it was last year when Saquon was on an all-time pace to break the all-time record. So my pick, you can disqualify because I'm not objective here because I need you to be right about the Vikings. I need the Eagles to lose, even though I still honor them. I picked them to win the NFC, but I need a Flacco Bengals for my Cowboys. See, I need a big Cowboy rise up and beat Washington, and I need Carson Wentz to wreak revenge on the Eagles so that they come back, and all of a sudden we come in here on Monday and you're saying, well, wait a second, the Cowboys ain't dead yet in that division, right? Because that's what you would have to say if both the Commanders and the Eagles lose. Am I right?
No, you're right.
Because it's still early. It is still way early, and we are getting
I thought the Cowboys died when they lost to the Panthers last week.
Well, I thought they died when they traded Michael Parsons. They just didn't know yet.
It's a long season.
Okay,
so I guess
all right.
You're right.
And you're a Cowboy hater, and you've exposed yourself.
I like
and
the
it's
Cowboys, man.
Okay.
I'm just a realist, man. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the point. I do not like anything about Carson Wentz, and I was on record before his draft, no. And they traded a 1, 2, and a 3 to go from 8 up to 2 to take him. And I realized he had a magic carpet ride to get to 10-2 that year. And out here, he wrecked his knee against the Rams. I think it was at the Coliseum. I don't think it was at SoFi.
It was the Coliseum.
Yeah, it was at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
And then that was that. And Nick Foles steps in, and the backup quarterback smokes Bill Belichick's defense in the Super Bowl. I still don't get that one.
And gets a damn statue built.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Okay, so
momentum.
As much as I don't like Carson Wentz, I watched him against the Steelers overseas. I watched him against the Browns overseas, and I thought he played pretty well. He looked more confident and comfortable than he has, to my eye, since maybe that stretch in Philadelphia. So they've had a week off. They've had their bye, even though Philly got the little mini bye. They got the 10 days. But the Vikings are coming off a bye. The Vikings have the 5th best defense points allowed. So they're legit on defense. So Carson Wentz has got some backup here. He's got some bodyguards on defense. So if he can just play careful and not give it to them, I think they can win a really low-scoring game, because when I look at the Eagles, they're 15th in points scored and 19th in points allowed. That's just mediocre to me. The numbers are just, middle of the pack. And they're not passing my smell test right now, because it's starting to smell, to Gil's point, like it's just rotten in there. Like something's really wrong inside, in the locker room, maybe in the coaches' quarters. Something's amiss, where I'm saying, is this starting to feel like 2023 when they got off to a hot start, and then they just cratered? AJ and Jalen were at each other's throats. I told you that they had a personal issue. I thought they got it resolved. Maybe it still simmers in the background. But in 2023, they lost 6 of their last 7, including they got smoked by Baker at Tampa in a playoff game, 32-9. It's starting to have that kind of feel to me, at least for a while here, where they just can't get it back together. So, again, maybe I'm picking heart over head here, but I got 17-14 Vikings, very low scoring at home.
Yeah, and just to kind of give more context, I've been watching Wentz the last couple of weeks, watched some film on him. It's a lot of the same. Yeah. He's making some better throws, but it's a lot of the same, where he'll miss one on a wide open guy. He'll make a throw where you scratch your head and go, why'd you force that? But then he'll make a throw that a handful of guys
the late one against the Browns was really good.
So it's all the same, but the biggest thing that he has is Kevin O'Connell. I love the way he can win with anybody.
Really good.
He really can. And that's when you know you have a good head coach, you have a good offensive mind, is when you have a coach that can win with any quarterback. So I feel comfortable with them. And look, I'm not out on the Eagles this year. I still think they're going to be a playoff team. Yeah. But after what I saw in New York last week, it's tough for me to say, all right, they're going to get that fixed. Even if they had 10 days, get it fixed right away with Patullo and Sirianni coming up with some secret meeting and having a great game plan. I need to see it on the field.
Right. This is the week, man. If the Eagles, if the Eagles come out and look trash this week, it's over with. And now if they come out off these 10 days to prepare, they come out and look like a championship type team, then they're the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So this is a real big week for them guys. Sirianni 5-1. When you give them 10 days to prepare for a team. So
you better be rooting for the Eagles then.
I'm just watching, Skip. I don't really give a damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm just rooting for the Broncos.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm just with the Broncos.
I got to wake up at 6:30.
I want to come in here Monday and have some good Jackson Dart stories. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I thought you were a Buccaneer.
I'm a Bronco, baby. Hey, right, Little League? Look. Answer, Little League. Yeah, we a Bronco.
All right, well, let's talk about 2 other teams that have been kind of talks, and I don't know where to go.